And as y'all can see, we now have power. We're able to drop the stop signs down, and then we can see this thing comes out of flash and operates as normal, which I believe it will. Welcome to the fascinating world of traffic signals. Today we are back in Waynesboro, where we have set this pole for the strain pole for the span intersection. You can tell it's cut over here. We're gonna get a new span wire going from this pole over, and then from this pole to this pole that Anthony is currently working on now. You'll see some footage from him as well. But we got a lot of work. We're gonna try to knock this all out in one day. So let's get right into it. And by everything we have to do today, yes, it's running those spans, tethers. We also got 4 3-section heads. We gotta hang some wire to pull for the loops, some wire to pull for the main conductors going to the signal heads, whole 9 yards to get this thing back up and running. 2 approaches got torn down when that pole got hit. So here to fix it, and we're gonna make it happen today. Maybe a double. I think that'll work.
Bucket looks clean. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, what do we got here? Boy, they really need to get rid of all that stuff. Good night. Go ahead, Mr. Wheeler. You are well away from me. Thank you for driving slow. Okay. Got our cable down off the old messenger. Now, I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit. I think I got some aluminum banding. Oops, it's on the truck. Let me go get it. Hey, Steven, can you give me that aluminum banding right there? Yeah. So I can clean this up a little bit? Good man, good man.
Yeah, I can hand you, when you get over that way, I'll hand you that 3/8 span, the new span wire that you can attach to the pole.
Okay.
And may have a tether cut looking up where you can attach that to.
I don't know exactly what we're gonna do here, but we always try to make it look better than what it was before.
Million miles away.
So this one here that I just cut down won't reach?
I think what you have will reach where you need to. It's this run that's coming up over these lights here.
Oh, is this not?
On your side, yeah, but it ain't coming all the way to these.
No, there's a second cable is what I'm saying. You'll have to come, I'll have to show you.
Oh, you got 2 different cables?
I got the ones I just cut down. Here's my 2 loop cables, the ones I cut down, but I also cut this one down with it. And I just assumed it went to the signals over there. These 3 right here, I just cut down.
Yeah. There's one like a 5 conductor or another 4 conductor going to the ped button.
I don't know. Well, yeah, to this one it looks like.
That's this guy here.
Yeah, whatever that is was running with these loops up in the air. Is it for the peds or is that for the signal?
It would have to be for the pedestrian edge.
Yeah, that's this one, right? Oh, that's not for the signal.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this other one going that way.
Yeah.
I think you may have enough length to get out there to the first head. They didn't cut it anywhere, but on that side they cut it about 12 foot off the pole, not enough to reach for a signal head. Granted, if those are drip loops there, we may have enough slack for the signal cable, but I don't know. I mean, hell, you got one there, you got one there, we may end up with enough.
I got you. This is the signal cable right here.
Yeah. Make it out to that left.
This is the jumper ped.
That's gotta be. Yeah.
We're getting rid of it, I'm assuming.
Well, we're gonna pull a new 2 conductor from this button across to a button over there. I said we still install it. I don't think it's hooked up to anything though.
Yeah. Well, we got to get rid of this one though.
Do it around that.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Headache. Hand me that tether real quick, Tegan.
Still got to tear off the hold right here. Really gonna get it out of our way.
I'm gonna go ahead and bend this that way. That way, when we pull tight on it, there we go. This here is a come along. These are fairly simple to use and super effective when running span. You just have to, know what to do with it. So right now it's in the down position, but if you want to crank on it, flip your lever to the up and it'll ratchet. Okay, but right now we need to let some slack out. We're gonna hook this up. Hook it up to our strap there. We're gonna let this in down position. Now we're gonna hit this lever and it'll free spool. Yep, let out a good bit of slack, almost all of it. We're gonna throw it right over this fiber optic here. And that's where we'll be hooking up to. Go ahead and flip it back in the up position, ready to rock it. Whenever we get ready, we'll be good to go. Got to put my Kellum grip on here. Or pork chop, or whatever y'all call them. I call them a Kellum grip. Good. Also, we got our tether bracket on. As you can see, it's only one because we didn't have enough larger ones to do two here because the pole is tapered down here. But what we do on the tether, we'll 45 it and we'll hook both tethers up to the same bracket. They're not holding any weight, so it's okay to do this. But definitely on the ones the spans holding weight, the signals and cables, you need to have separate brackets like we did there. So, but what I also like to do, I like to get rid of this collar here, because when you hook that tether to there, and it's gonna pull that way and it'll rub against right here. So I like to get rid of this. I'll hook up one tether through this hole here and the other tether through this hole. I like that better. Tether's not bending around there, and just gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, I really wish Monster Energy would sponsor us one day. Hey, you're not working quick enough. I need you to drink this ASAP. Just put it up there with you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. You ready?
No.
Oh. Of course, the moment you do come down to get ready is when the traffic picks up.
I think it's close to lunchtime. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, it is.
Man, yeah, I reckon I'm about as ready as I'll ever be.
I'm about to hold him up then, here momentarily. Go ahead, Tegan, run it across to him.
Thank you.
Once you get tight with it, I'll just let it go.
All right.
He's attaching that span wire to the Kellum grip on that come along there, and then you can pull it further to the pole, and that will raise the line up and get our height we need as well.
All right, I'm letting go. looks pretty good. I can maybe get one more click on it. Oh yeah. Now what you'll do is you'll take your preform here. I always like to have a permanent marker handy because you need to run it through first. All right. Get my marker handy. Now, you want to hold this thing tight, straight out, and you want to mark it. So right there, straight across, I'm going to take my marker and mark both the preform and the span. Now, you take your preform out, start wrapping it around your span, you'll know where it needs to go. They love us. All right, line my marks up. Looks good. Big wide turns. Always leave about 3 inches of slack, not wrapped around the span on the tail end of the preform, just in case you got to take it off and move it. Now, you'll take it and you'll run it through bolts here. Right, like so. And again, make sure your colors match. You know, if your colors match, then you can start twisting it around. See my color paint matching? Big wide turns. It's hard to do with this strap in the way sometimes, but you just gotta wiggle it around it. Big wide turns. Okay, 3 inches of slack, looking good. Now I'm gonna come off, I'll come along. All right, so we have it in up mode or ratchet mode. Now we're gonna switch it to down. Okay, how you do that, that switch I showed you earlier, right here, it's in down mode, it's in free, it's not ratcheting no more. What you do, you're gonna push on it, and what it does, this pin here pushes against, I don't know what to call these pieces, but you know, this pin here pushes against here and allows this to release, but only one click. It's not gonna free spool on you. So what you do, you put a little force on it. Boom, right there. Releases it. Boom, right there. You can see that when I hit the pin, it moves that. Allows it to go down one click. That's that. Loosens it right up. We can honestly probably get that a little tighter, but for now that's good. Run our cable, hang our signals, check our height on them, because you don't want them too high. Being this is a smaller intersection, you definitely want them, you want traffic to see it. So that's that.
All right, that first span wire is ran across and attached to the pole. We're set up now and about to run the longer span wire from this foundation and strain pole. Foundation looks awful down there. Should go smooth as well though. You ready?
Yes, sir.
It's coming to you.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm nervous on the surface, I look fine. My brain feels heavy, my traumatized mind. And I'm so tired, I can't feel my eyes. Whoa, whoa. I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa. But I think I'll be alright, 'cause I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got.
I guess I did never show y'all how this actually works. So when you got your come along over there and you hook to it, you can see there's grooves inside of that jaw. And the tighter you pull on this, the tighter it's gonna cinch down inside of that jaw. So you could push it all day this way, but when you pull on it this way, it locks in there. That's how these Kellum grips work. Really neat tool, super simple to use. And I'm telling you, I put some force in pulling on these things and they don't slip. Always inspect them though, you know, make sure you got good teeth and everything like that, and they're awesome.
Rock, paper, scissors, who buys lunch? Come on, Ryder.
All right, rock, paper, scissors, you.
Oh, he got me. All right. You're like a woman, always leaving it on empty. The pizzas in hand. Keep everybody happy. Boy, they smell good too. Let's just take a little glance at them. Oh, yeah. Well, these new Fords got some like killer console room. Look at that. You can fit 2 hot and ready's. Hell, you could stack them up a few high if you wanted to. Just crazy. If you're looking for a truck, maybe consider a Ford.
Oh, I forgot how to do this. Oh my gosh. There it goes. I forgot how to do it. That's funny. I wish I can reach through there. Gonna have to move my truck, I reckon. Well, go ahead and pull me a bunch of slack. I know I'm gonna need at least enough to go to the bottom of the pole there to hook up to the loops.
I might have bought too much pizza.
Made a noise. Is it dead? It was recording.
Yeah, it's not recording now. I'm gonna go put a new battery in it.
Charge stuff.
I got you. Yeah, I'm about to go charge some batteries.
You happen to grab a nipple and a weatherhead?
No, but I can run back to that MDOT yard and see if there's one on that old pole.
You're gonna need one. I'm looking on the truck now, so before you leave, let me look.
I got you. Slice of that.
Thanks for the pizza.
Yes, sir. Gotta provide the essentials. The essentials.
Hell yeah, brother. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Cheers, baby.
All right, this cable is gonna go to the pedestrian button. There's other two, the splice for loops. Once he ties it back on, we're gonna pull them through. Then we got a small 4 conductor that's with it. We're gonna splice everything too on here. And then get it into the pull box on this side and reconnect the loops.
To all of you followers out there, Steven's too proud to ask, but I'm not proud at all. would you please send this man a cup holder for the bucket? Look, I want to put this monster right here, okay? Somebody send this man a cup holder, please.
All right, he's getting prepared to hang some saddles, do the signal heads.
All right, there, T-Dog. You got to get some slack in her. Got it. Good shit. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, reach. Reach. Oh, there we go. Ooh, this just may be long enough, man. See if Steven was right. Wish I could reach that, but I think that's about as good as it's gonna get, you know? All right, I'm gonna get you to move me again. Go ahead, set me up. Pull right here. Up on the grass. Yeah, back up to that piece of dunnage wood. And then after there, I'll get you to pull me in that parking lot again with the corn and laundry. Sweet.
Real surprised I had it, but
2.5 to 2?
yeah, 2.5 to 2.
I'm gonna get him real quick to pull me there, back me up, so I can reach there and dress that up, and so I can get as much slack as I can this way.
Gotcha.
Because that's going to be pretty much where the signal needs to be, I think. You have to stand over there and look, but
I'll go check out there.
I don't know how I want.
We'll cut new jumpers so you have good length and everything on that. I don't know where all their stuff is. Now we're trying to reuse the existing cable out here, and you can tell it already looks like he's well far enough out where he may be even to come back, gain a little bit of slack by coming back over the direction. Look behind the car. So that's right in the middle of the lane, but we need to have 2 signal heads for this 1 lane travel lane here. So he'll bring the cable back and kind of match it here, and then 1, 2, 3 right here will be the next signal head past it, about 9 foot apart from each other. And yeah, you're gonna end up bringing it back this way, so you'll gain slack. You'll have plenty.
All right, so the old pole had a 2-inch threaded hole on it. Well, this new one here, we took the weatherhead off the old pole and assumed it fit in here, but it doesn't. So what you would do in that situation, this is a 2-inch nipple and a 2-inch weatherhead. This is a 2.5-inch hole. So it's a lot more common to find an RE than it is to find a 2.5-inch weatherhead and nipple. So, and an RE or reducing bushing is literally that. It reduces your hole down to the size that you need it to. So it's got threads on the outside of it, and it also has threads on the inside of it to allow you to, now we can use this old weatherhead that was on the old pole and use it on this New pole. I say new pole, as you can tell, it's a new to us pole. Yep, I like that a lot. Point that down. Now we're ready to pull some cable.
All right, so while they, it's like final destination's rolling through. But while they're working on that, gonna try to look into these loops a little bit. Clearly we don't have the heads up and everything running yet. This is gonna be for phase 2, and it's locking in a constant call. Okay, so phase 2 is working, finally seeing it drop. You'll see when that vehicle pulls up that underground loop, it's for this channel here. It's picking them up just fine. Other sides over here, picking her up just fine. That's for phase 2 loop. Phase 4 is where we have the fault at right now. That's because this pole got taken out, and we got to get a cable conductors to come down this pole, and then we're going to splice into that loop in that loop box over there. That should solve the issue on the side street, that phase 4 loop on that side. So once we do that, then we get the signal heads up, and by when we do that, we'll be working on those simultaneously. But we'll get the signal heads up, we'll get that spliced into the loops, have detection running and working again. We did bring a pedestrian push button to install on that pole. We're going to, but we're confident that they don't work. So we're just gonna attach it to the pole for the time being, and whenever the state wants to upgrade or fix, one will already be ready to go. Yep, that should be solved though. Our issue on the loop should be solved once we splice on that cable. And if that's the case, then everything in here is gonna be good to go. Looks like it's good to go. And we'll just have to flip a switch to turn on power to the heads themselves. And then this intersection should be ready and working like it should. Sweet.
How's it looking, brother?
Oh, it's looking great. All the other loops are working, so when I hook this up, that's working, then it's just signal heads and we're good to go.
Couple of saddles.
Going to get you some.
Sweet. And the water. Here in a second, Steven, when he gets me those saddles, you want to line me up?
Yeah, I'll work on it. Now this one, since it's a single lane, we're just gonna split it. My end will go pretty much the white line almost, and 9 foot over.
No.
Be good to go.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Stainless. To be honest with you, I don't like stainless. You got to tighten up on this stuff. You tighten up on it too much, it'll gall up, and you'll never be able to get it off. Why I prefer the galvanized. Son of a gun, dropping nuts and bolts. Oh, ground boy! Don't get hit, Steven. We need you.
Just a little bit. Give me that one.
do not have a wrench or socket for it. But I'm so damn good with channel locks, I don't even need that I don't need a socket. I don't need a wrench. Damn, I'm good. Again though, if you ever need to move this saddle, you're gonna have to cut these U-bolts off because of stainless hardware. You get this stuff in a bind, tighten up on it, and you can't just say, oh, we'll just leave it a little. No, you can't leave it a little loose, then your signal will move everywhere. So I'll have to cut that off in the future if they want to move them. This one though is galvanized. We like galvanized.
All right, wish I would have showed y'all, but got the push button in on that pole and respliced in the loop. And as y'all can see now up here, instead of an open loop, we now are getting vehicle detection, and it's working. It's picking up the vehicles. As you just saw, this amplifier was activated when that Acura was on there. This truck's pulling up right here. It's detecting on this bottom channel, and that's for phase 4. So if we go into activity status and 7 intersection, you'll see we're getting calls on phase 2 where vehicles are, and now nobody's on the side street. Anytime you want to show an example, or especially when you're working on the detection, nobody's going to pop up when you're working on it. But the loop's been working on this side. It's working here good, and I've seen it work on that side. So car is coming now. We can watch it happen. But you'll see here, as that vehicle was pulling up, the Cadillac there, and the loop just got activated there, and it's putting in a call on the controller. Now it was already activated because of the side street, but everything's working good. It's great. Signal heads are going up pretty quick, pretty easy. About to start wiring them guys up. When anytime we deal with them and we don't have to use the back plates, and we're just matching the existing signal heads here, oh, it is a breeze to hang those lights. So it's gonna go good, gonna go quick.
I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend.
You know you left me lonely, I could tell them the whole story. It may take a couple hours, I've got time, let's get the chatter. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start, where do I end? I should go back to bed. I'm going back to all the basics, teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language, and I'm afraid, too scared to face it. I just want consistent clarity, but all my thoughts destroying me. Some peace of mind is all I need to get peace to all of my family.
All right, I'm about to roll off some cable off these reels, and it's going to be the jumper from the signal head he has right now up in the air to the next signal head on that phase. So if I get about 24, 26 feet of cable, and then a perfect amount. And I need 2, so times 2, because we got 2 approaches we got to do. All right, and for 4-conductor, any size cable, if you got some MSA cable, you can use your knife to cut it open, then use your scissors. You may have to individually cut the conductors, but if that's all you got on hand, then it will work. Now my tools, I do have tools, they're just across the street. You got to judge the amount of time it would take for each. Let's get this to Anthony, and then get another one pre-cut. All right, he is making up that last signal head on this approach for these guys, and then got to work on the 2 across the street. And once those are done, we'll be ready to send power back out into the field, test the lights, make sure everything works, and then we will be removing these stop signs that are up at this intersection, and be able to work like it should. And everybody here in Waynesboro is going to be happy.
Yeah, brother.
Around 17.4, so golden.
About this one.
Looks like you're going to be higher over there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
If not, pretty level. I'll check it. traffic cannot run me over. Yeah, you're at like 17.8.
He looks so concerned down there. Look at him. Hands on his hips, he's thinking.
Hey, you want to be my bucket truck man forever?
I wish.
Last two, line one up this side of the road. She's pretty good on. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you want to measure, make sure you have that 9 foot.
That one good?
It looked pretty good. I'm triple check. Now you can bring it over this way and then you should have your distance. You'll almost go to that cable ring. Hell, you'll almost go in between those next two cable rings. And that's what lines up pretty good. It should line up just past that cable ring there.
That's 10 foot.
Yeah.
Right, you got that one right here.
Yeah, just about. I mean, that looks great. So, means you got your distance apart.
I need a jumper as well.
Yeah, let me find it. I cut it already and put it somewhere.
It's right here in the back of the truck. I think that's it. Go ahead and give me both of them. Gotta love these double buckets, baby.
Oh yeah, double bucket, dude. I love that.
I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave.
Are you shitting me? Well, that grommet's a pain in the ass sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to strip about 2 inches off of the jacket of your wire and then use it to fish it inside of that goose head, because it's more pliable than with the jacket on it. Kind of puts you like a little curved tip in it, feed it through there, and then you should be able to feel it right here, wire through there. Grommet never likes to stay in there. I just kind of curl my wire and feed it in. There we go. Make that work. Now, I personally, and it's all about what you like. I like leaving the jacket on it all the way in the signal. Some people strip the jacket out right here and then you just have wires going in there. I just like leaving as much jacket on as possible. That way, this, you know, signal needs to move or anything, you got plenty of jacket left on the wire. Ooh. Some people's kids, man. Some people's kids. All right. Now, fun part, stripping this thing out. This one here, got a cop coming. Like a man in the front seat there holding his chest. That ain't good. So what I do, you saw me scar it right here. Scar the jacket, break it, strip out 2 to 3 inches there. You got your pull string here. Take that pull string, pull it on up to where you scarred it, cut it off. Now this thing comes off like a banana peel. Unwrap this protective wrapper, cut it out. I like to take some electrical tape, start the jacket, work its way down, just makes it look nice and neat, and then work it back up the jacket. Alright, now y'all are about to see me cuss at this one because it is an older cable and it does not have a pull string in it. These older cables, for whatever reason, the manufacturers never put pull strings. They make it a pain in the butt to strip out. But we're gonna do the same thing, scar it at the end, break it, and I'm going to try and strip it out very carefully on down it. I don't need to worry about pulling my knife to me and cutting me. Number one, only way you cut yourself with a knife is with a dull knife. Okay, my knife stays sharp. Tape that bad boy up. We strip our ends out. We're gonna strip them out a 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more. Just enough for these wires to fit in the terminal fork. I don't know why he's honking. He must love us. Won't go long on that one. That's all right. And we're gonna get our terminal fork. Use the yellows because we're gonna be forking 2 wires together under one. Crimping tool, highly recommend. Doesn't have to be a Klein brand, just this style. These crimp the best. All right, here we go. Take our reds, go ahead and crimp them together. I like to do it. I match the ends up, like so. I slide this crimp over it. Make sure both copper go inside. You don't want too much sticking out past the yellow part of the fork because your screw will hit it, and you don't want any copper showing out past the bottom of your yellow part of the fork. Crimp together, Squeeze till you can't no more. Tug test, boom. Okay, we've got them all forked up. We're gonna land them according to our color code that we use. You got your red, your yellow, your green, and your common, also known as your neutral. Nice little can over tighten these. They strip pretty easy, but the longer you do it, you learn that you fit and you find that perfect happy medium to tighten it up. You see what I was talking about? If your copper was too far up in your fork, your screw would hit it. That's why you don't let it go too far up. And then the reason you don't want any copper showing below your fork is because if these two happen to touch, it'll arc out and send it in a flash. All right, man. That is a wired up signal head, baby. We got one more to do there. And then my good man, Stephen Harmon, wherever the heck he's at. Oh, of course. Sitting in the truck, boy. Wow. He's gonna turn these lights on for us, and then, yeah, man. Get rid of these stop signs, the intersection will be good to go.
Easy money at this point. So he's on the last signal head. The moment he has it wired up, I'm gonna flip power back on over there at that controller cabinet, and really shouldn't be much troubleshooting into it. In my head, it should work. We remove these stop signs and tether the lights down, run those, and then job well done. We sent the shaft yesterday. That was about all we had time for, and then the rest we have done today. I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of footage from Anthony, and hopefully y'all enjoy that as well. Cool.
Okay, Steven, I'm good.
And as y'all can see, we now have power. We're able to drop the stop signs down, and then we can see this thing comes out of flash and operates as normal. I believe it will. Also need to knock the stop signs down. All right, now we got to watch this intersection cycle, make sure there's no faults, no failures, no issues. It's only phase 2 and 4, so both these side streets are phase 4 for the approach. When we got phase 2 on and active right now, all the greens are on like they should be. Red on that side, cycling. There we go, greens on the side streets. Just triple check, make sure we got 2 greens here. Oh, they got some small short times there, but works. Cool. And there we have it, guys, all back up and running. Now we just got to get those lights tethered down. But pretty easy emergency repair, and a pretty fun one, that's for sure.
I want to see this intersection run. It's a running, man. Excellent, man. Very good, very good.
All right, so they're getting set up now to be up on that shaft, the new one there, and we're about to run these tethers when we do and we got to run across the road, I'm just gonna lock up the intersection in all red, make every vehicle stop real quick, then we'll run it, get it attached to that pole, get it up high enough, and then be able to release traffic. Pretty simple to do so as the intersection cycling like it just was. Switch on here. When you flip this switch, it locks up the controller where it's at into a lockout mode, and you stop time on it, and until you flip this switch back into runner normal, it will stay locked out. So now it's freed up again. It can cycle and do what it should do properly, but that's how we're gonna handle this situation to get the tethers up.
Make sure they don't turn.
Yeah, you can run it.
I want you behind you.
Oh, you hold up everybody when you want to turn.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I might frame back up. Alrighty guys, as you can see, the intersection's back up and running. Last thing it's doing now is just tethering down those lights to make sure the wind doesn't push them off the span cable and knock them down to the ground. So yeah, great people of Waynesboro, Mississippi. Hopefully have a nice and safe commute. New half install of an intersection, all in about a day and a half. So hope you all enjoyed it. Got a lot of editing to do, and as always, thanks for watching.